Okay, today we'll discuss about some important results on proportion. The first one is alternando. Now this is known as alternando. Now if A by B equals to C by D, and that means A, B, C, D are in proportion, then we can say that A by C equals to B by D, right? So that means C comes here, B goes there. So this is known as alternate, right? Understand? Next, invertendo. Here, if A by B equals to C by D, then we can also say that B by A is equal to D by C. Okay, so this is known as invertendo. Next, componendo. Now if A by B equals to C by D, then A plus B by B is always equals to C plus D by D. Now this is known as componendo. Okay, you can put some values and you can understand. For example, suppose you know that 2 by 4 is equal to 8 by 16, right? Because both the value is half, and therefore you see that using component, if you do this, we can say that 2 plus 4 by 4 is equal to 8 plus 16 by 16. Now get the value, you get here 4 plus 2, 6 by 4, and here you are getting 24 by 16. Now if you cancel this, at last what you get? So finally you can see both LHS and RHS, they are equal. So that means if 2 by 4 equals to 8 by 16, then we can say that 2 plus 4 by 4 is equal to 8 plus 16 by 16. So this is known as component, right? Next is known as dividendo. Now if A by B equals to C by D, then A minus B by B equals to C minus D by D, and this is known as dividendo. Okay, understand? Similarly, you can also put values and you can understand, like componendo. You can also see that dividendo, in case of this also, both the sides will be equal. Okay. Say for example, again if I take that same value, say 2 by 4 equals to 8 by 16. Therefore, if I apply dividendo, I get what? 2 minus 4 by 4 equals to 8 minus 16 by 16. What you get? You get minus 2 by 4, and here what you get? Minus 8 by 16, and in both cases you see what you are getting? You are getting minus half. In the LHS and RHS also you are getting minus half. So this process is known as dividendo. Understand? So far we have done alternando, then invertendo, then componendo, and then dividendo. And the last one is componendo and dividendo. We do both here. That means if A by B is equal to C by D, then A plus B by A minus B is always equals to C plus D by C minus D, and this process is known as componendo and dividendo. Okay, here also if you put the values, say again 2 by 4 equals to 8 by 16. So according to componendo and dividendo, we'll do here 2 plus 4 by 2 minus 4 should be equal to 8 plus 16 by 8 minus 16. So what I get? 6, then minus 2, here you get 24, and then minus 8, and you can see in both cases what you are getting, minus 3 equals to minus 3. So again LHS and RHS are equal. So these are the very 5 important results of proportion, and the most important is this componendo and dividendo. Okay, so most of the sums now we'll prove most of the sums, and we'll solve most of the sum by using this componendo and dividendo method. You will see later on when I'll do this. Okay, so you copy this properties first. Okay, now we'll do some sums. Now this sum is related with componendo and dividendo. Now suppose here they told what? If A by B equals to C by D, then prove this. Now you have done previously, you have done that K method, right? Now this sum can be done with K method. But this sum can be more easily, it can be done with the help of componendo and dividendo. Now first of all, it is given that A by B equals to C by D. Now if you look at the coefficients here, what you have to prove, you can see the coefficient of A is 4 and B is 5, and here the coefficient of C is 4 and D is 5. So what can be done here? We can do this, keep multiplying both sides by 4 by 5. So therefore what we get? We get here 4A by 5B equals to 4C by 5D, right? And now simply we can say कि therefore applying componendo and dividendo, we get what? 4A plus 5B by 4A minus 5B equals to 4C plus 5D by 4C minus 5D, and therefore it's hence proved. What, understand? It's very simple. Now you can understand this sum can be done with K also. You have already done it, but you see that in componendo and dividendo we can do it simply. But all sums cannot be done with K method, and all sums may not be done with componendo. So you have to understand first which sum we can do with componendo and dividendo and which sum with K method. Now this sum can be done with componendo and K method also. You can understand. But there are some sums which we cannot do from componendo and dividendo. So you can understand from the pattern of the sum. You can see the pattern what you have to prove. And there is some homogeneity. You understand? You see here, in both cases, you are having this 4A plus 5B, 4A minus 5B. Here also you see 4 and 5 and 4 and 5. Here you see plus and minus. Here you see plus and minus. So there is some homogeneity. So that means we can do in K method. But if the sums are not homogeneous, which you have done in the previous sums in K method, you can see in K methods the sums are not very much homogeneous, so left hand side and right hand side they does not looks like that. So in those sums we will do with K method. Okay, so slowly you can understand which sum we can do in component 2 and which sums we can do in K method. You can understand. I will show you some more examples. So we first copy this one.